Hey, what's going on? Yes, it's me again, KC Boxing. I want to say good evening to everybody and happy fight day. Yes, sir. And I also want to give a shout out to the LDBC. You need to go check them out. Smoke City Mobcast, airing 9 o'clock Eastern Time on Wednesdays, 8 o'clock Central Time on Wednesdays. And let's get down to it. As you see, Mr. Edward Hearn, who's the promoter of Matchroom Boxing. Well, the investors that invest in the zone is not happy with Mr. Hearn. I mean, I guess if you give $1 billion to someone, you expect them to produce, right? Yeah, right. But see, for some reason, first of all, the UK is a little bit bigger than Texas. And that's just one state out of our 51 states. So, of course, we know we have a bigger market. And that's why I'm so sorry for that. That's why our tickets are so high. So, therefore, we're gonna I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this phone together. Excuse me for 1 second. Okay, there we go. Anyway, like I was saying, if you give $1 billion to someone, you expect them to produce. And if you don't produce, then they have a problem with that. You know, I mean, then they might not pull out right away. Of course not. They'll give you a chance. Like more of the UK people are giving him a chance. But when you pitching an idea, I'm quite sure he did, you have to do the research. Just like me. I have a boxing channel. I just started. But in order for me to know what I'm talking about, in order for me not to just get up here and lie, I have to do research. I have to search the truth. And he hasn't done that. You know, now he must be the smartest promoter over there, what I hear. But I think Frank Warren has him beat 10-1. But that was another conversation. But everyone knows how the U.S. market is when it comes to boxing. Especially in Chicago. Chicago is not a boxing city. Unless you flying people in. See, I'm going to tell you, Chicago is and always will be a Cubs town, a Bear town, the Windy City, Bear Country. They don't even have but maybe 3 boxing gyms here. Adrian Granados, he's from here. He boxed at the Garfield Gym. That's mostly where everybody goes. And that's it, basically. You have to do your research. You do not promise that you're going to have A-level quality fighters. We're going to have a stat card. And your stat card is full of what? Amateurs. Mostly UK people that we never heard of. And maybe the UK people never heard of. Then you have a main event with 2 B-level fighters. Yeah, this is the main event. See, he should have hired a team to go before him and do the research. No matter how long it takes. Find out how the market works. Find out what city is a boxing town. Find out what sells. Find all that out before you do anything. Then let them report back to you. So once you do that, then you have an idea. Then you have an idea of what you're working with and how much you're going to take. See, most fighters over here don't know who the hell Eddie Hearn is. And today, all they know is he's from London and he got a whole lot of money and he's desperate for a top name to put in his roster. Now, minus AJ, he doesn't have anyone. I read a UK comment that says, "Wow, Gerald Miller, that was a subpar card." No, it was not. Gerald Miller, big baby, is too damn fat. I'm sorry. I just have to put it in a plain English. For some reason, but they're catching on in the UK. For years, I believe this man had this country hoodwinked, bamboozled, and led many astrays. I really believe that. And if he tells them that school bus is not yellow, it's blue, the UK people might believe it. But shout out to Shelley Finkel, who had to show them what type of man we're dealing with. That's what I get for using hand gestures. That's what kind of man we're dealing with. We're dealing with a man he's hungry. No, he's not hungry to make good fights. He's hungry to make what I can say, a lot of money. He has a lot of greed in him. He has a lot of expectations. He has a lot of unexpectations that won't sell. Put it this way. I'm not saying it clearly. He has a lot of expectations that he normally gets in the UK, but he's not getting here. Why? Because he's not going to get what he wants. here. See, he said, and I quote and unquote, that I have to overpay fighters to get them to come to me, to get them to call me. I would love to promote Deontay Wilder. And you know what? He was serious. Every time he got in front of the camera, he would mention that. Well, they're not promoting him right. Now, I can promote him right. Yes, you can probably, because you're money hungry. All money is not good money, especially the way you go about getting it. No, all money is not good money. Then you have fighters that know what type of promoter he is, because he's the type of promoter like a young Don King. He would do anything to get the job done. That's what type of a promoter he is. Anything to get the fight on, anything to win a purse bid. He would do anything to get somebody suspended or get a belt vacated. He would do anything. You name it, he would do it. He's a sleaze. He's a sore that won't go away. Then he has what you call a 50-50 gift of the gab. Other words, he would try to talk around the subject. He would try to make it sound good. Now, for the average Joe, they'll sit there and listen. Meaning a fighter. Take for Gervonta Davis. He calls him up and said, well, you said you wanted me to sign me. Well, you know, I'm ready to leave Mayweather Promotions. Well, no problem. Okay. But Floyd is not stupid. Floyd is not that type of promoter. He's not really a good promoter at all. But he knows what Eddie Hearn brings to the table. Floyd been to the UK. Floyd dealt with Frank Warren on a couple of occasions. See, Eddie Hearn, since he been here, since the zone been in existence, he did not do good with the numbers. He did not do good with the attendance. The app just didn't do good at all. Just put it that way. So far, he's looking at a D minus. That's all. And the reason why he's not looking at an F, because AJ was on the free app. The first one that was free, that tried to lure you in to pay that $10 plus tax. See, we are the butter and bread and butter over here. They paying $30 for a ticket, while we paying in the hundreds for one. So, guess what? That's a promoter dream, right? Let's go to the U.S. We can suck at them, boy. They some knucklehead. Look what Mayweather and McGregor did to him, and about to do to him again. AJ, boy, he put $90,000 in the seat. Hell, if a ticket was $30 a seat, I put $110,000 in there. Just by standing outside scalping. Hello. Somebody talk to me. That's right. See, sometimes you always gonna run into a person like Mr. Eddie Hearn. You always gonna run into that type of person. And they did not come by that way of life and a way of doing things by themselves. Someone taught them. Now, I would guess his father did, but who knows? Only thing about it is, I feel sorry for the fighters that expecting this and expecting that, and it's not going to happen. No, it's not. Now, sure, you can work with other promoters, but it just won't be the same like the UK. You can't run the whole show. You can't dictate anything over here. Maybe over there you can, but not over here. See, we will call you out on your bullshit, like I'm doing now. See, every time you open your mouth, a lie come out or a half-truth come out, which is still a damn lie. That's why I said what I said. Deontay Wilder, he has a lot of frustration built up in him, and it all was due to the tutelage of Eddie Hearn. He played with that man's emotions. He played with that team emotions. When you expecting something big and you get let down or lied to, you get hurt, then you get pissed off. And trust me, he hasn't let that frustration out yet. But come December 1st, he might just do that. Then you have the nerve to say, well, if he wins December 1st, then his stocks goes up. Well, his stock is already up by being 40-0 and 39 KOs. How up you want him to get? See, Eddie Hearn is usually working with, no offense to the UK fighters, he normally works with fighters that he can intimidate, that doesn't have a record like Deontay's. I don't care if he holds 1 belt or 20. He's still a champion. And a champion has a certain threshold. That's right. And you're not going to tell me that, well, the highest payday he ever made was $1 million or $2 million. He got this and that. Understand this, and I'm not going to keep saying this. He wasn't no amateur standout. Yes, he did get a bronze medal, but technically he still wasn't a great boxer at that time. No, he did not start boxing at 8, 9 years old like most boxers. He learned on the job and still learning. Al Heyman is a fair guy. No, he's not going to pay him $15 million, and he's just learning how to throw a jab. Of course not. He's not going to pay him $10 million because he has a dynamite in the right hand, and that's it. But he has came a long ways. Now he can demand what he should get. You do not run PBC. You do not run Al Heyman. You do not run Shelly Franklin. He's old school. He's old school, and Al Heyman is new school. So, don't try to fuck with us when we know your number. So, Tevin Farmer, your champion, your B-level champion, could not hold fire to Gervonta Davis. Then you have Dylan White, who's crying about Deontay Wilder, which I believe that you had something to do with it, allegedly. You have tried your best to stop this fight. You tried your best to put negativity into this fight. You tried your best to make Deontay or Tyson look bad. You did not succeed. You only made things better for them. Why? Because the world is talking about that fight, December the 1st. Yes, the lineal heavyweight champion versus the WBC champion. And you don't have no parts of it. You will be a spectator just like me. Get used to it. Because we can freeze your ass out. But if you love boxing like I love it, we'll give you a chance. But you're going to have to wait your turn like everybody else. You're just not going to fly over here and expect to be on top like that. And you definitely ain't going to lie and cheat your way over here. We know about the lies. We know about StubHub tickets. And you? It's like Ticketron over here. We all know about the Parliament. We know about the lawsuits. We know about all the crap that you've been going around doing. We know about the backstabbing you've been doing. Bad mouthing Al Heyman. We know that. We know the extra dollars you want to give the fighters to come over to your side. That's right. It's no secret. We know what you've been doing. Now, like I said, I believe in karma. Karma is a bitch. And then you die. Karma bit your ass 3 times this year. You know what? Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, that's a fight I would like to see. I would love to see. But I would like for it to be done the right way and the fair way. I don't want to see it in 2020. I don't want to see it in April because you say so. No. Just because you got in a hole by holding back and lying to Wimbledon and to Team Wilder. Then when Deontay Wilder told you go fuck yourself, now you're looking crazy. So now you have to fight a rerun fight. That's right. Dylan White and who? Anthony Joshua. If you would have came correct, if you would have came honest, if you didn't cry the Lion Blues to IFL TV, then maybe, just maybe, you could have had Deontay Wilder in April. Now, you had lied and said you sent another contract over? You were never in no talks with them. You didn't send shit over. See, it's a name for people like you. It's called a pathological liar. That means that you cannot help it psychologically. You have to tell untruths. You have to lie to feel better about yourself. Am I hitting it right on the nose? See, I don't like it when somebody doing other people wrong, especially when they have the upper hand financially. So that way things will be fair. So next time, if it be a next time, you'll know how to fucking act. That's right. Now, you pick some what? Some African cat to fight Demetrius Andre, which he probably will win. Now, you will brag to your investors that I have a WBO champion, which he's a champion bout basically in my eyes by default. That's all. Or you might bit off more than you can chew, because he might be a beast. You never know. But I tell you one thing. You need to learn some Al Heyman one-on-one. Learn how to treat your fighters. Try it. Oh, sure, you're going to treat AJ okay. Not great, but okay. Now, I'm not calling AJ slow, stupid, uneducated, unaware. I would call him just a simple dude who does not like, now let me repeat this, a simple dude that do not like friction, do not like confrontation. What you say, it goes with him. He's okay with everything. Sure, fine. No problem. I signed 3 years more with you. No problem, Eddie. Oh, okay, and you made money for okay. So, I'm quite sure he's a nice guy, but sometimes you can't coon and buffoon. Sometimes when you're in the fight game, you gotta grow some balls. And say, look, Eddie, look, make this happen with Wilder. I don't know what you said or what you did, but let's get somebody else to negotiate. So evidently you pissed them off and they don't want to answer the phone. So, now, I'm KQ, KC Boxing. And the reason why I'm going in or telling Eddie Hearn just what I think and what I feel and how the investors are feeling, because he had the nerve to think he can take over, quote unquote, the U.S. market in boxing. You're not going to take over lying and cheating and stealing. Oh yes, stealing. You don't steal no one else's fighter. And that card you put on was pathetic. The top main event was a B-level fighters? Jesse fucking Vargas? I mean, are you really? Really? I'm KQ, KC, Boxing Channel. If you like the content of this video, subscribe to my channel. I need your subscription. And once you subscribe to me, hit the icon bell. You'll get notified each and every time I upload a video. And make sure you hit that like button. I mean, if you want to, kick the shit out of it. But with that, hey, enjoy the fight, and I will talk with you after the fight. And like always, I am not new to this boxing shit. I'm just true to this shit. Peace and love.